Many people don't understand the influence, the level of influence that America's United States economy, culture, and military has. Like, if you actually compare it to all the other countries around the world, United States is like a sun that all the other countries are the planets that are just orbiting around it. That's how influential the United States is. Like, when it comes to, like, a lot of people don't understand the U.S. The U.S. culture is so widespread that we don't even notice it because we're swimming in it. Like, the rest of the world is swimming in it and they don't even notice it because it's like fish swimming in water that doesn't notice water. Like, when it comes to music, when it comes to the structure of the government, and I mean, the fact that you even have in every other country, you have three branches of the government. That's a US invention, right? The fact that every place on the planet, when you walk into a mall, is either music from their country or it's an American song. The fact that in every country in the world, when you go to their theater, either it's a movie from their country or an American movie. I mean, recently Koreans have also been able to compete, but like they're present everywhere. The fact that all of us here from around the world that we're speaking English, okay, that's because of American dominance, right? We're lucky that that's the case. I mean, you might be complaining about America this, America that, but obviously none of us would want the play for China or Russia to take America's place, right? So you deal with what you have. Like, in a hypothetical scenario that we had like another country that was bigger than America, more influential than America, and more better than America, then we had to pick between America and that country. Like, oh, okay, let's pick that country. But that country doesn't exist. The choice that you have right now when it comes to dominance around the world is America, Russia, and China. I mean, I don't know if Russia is actually, maybe it's just China and America, right? I know what I'm voting for. I know which team I belong to, right? So I'm on Team America, even if I'm not looking for a perfect America. I'm just looking, honestly, like, the fact that so many of the values that make the world a better place is the same values that America is defending around the world. I think even if it was half of this, even if America was standing for half of the things that they're standing for, I would still be supporting America. I think, like, we should be really appreciative of United States being in this world. I mean, the world. Look at how the world is with American dominance compared to everything that the world experienced before America was the world power. It's night and day. Like, the level of prosperity, stability around the world is of science and technology. I mean, what technology doesn't come from America? What science hasn't been because of America? Like, international trade around the world is possible because of the security that America's military is providing globally. Like, everything, if America was not the global power right now, everything would be more expensive everywhere. People would be dying more everywhere. More people would be going more hungry everywhere. Like, America is a country that shows up first before any other country when there is a disaster anywhere around the world, and it's the last country that it leaves. We could point to America's flaws. Anybody who wants to point America's flaws better also spend 10 times the time that it points America's flaws into celebrating all of the great thing that America stands for, or else they're being a hypocrite. So America is a great country because people criticize it, and it's a place where you can criticize your politicians. So I'm not against criticism, but if you want to be fair, then for every criticism, you have to spend 10 times the amount of time basically pointing out how great of a country it is, right? And when you talk about Biden and Trump, I think America's greatness is beyond this presidents. And even if we have some shit presidents sometimes, it would be a temporary setback. The superiority of American values and what America stands for is so foundational within the country, within its constitution, and within its institutions, then it's beyond its presidents. So bad presidents will just make it temporarily for America. It makes it a temporary setback, but eventually America will be. And again, America is moving in the right direction. I completely disagree that when you say America is moving in the wrong direction, the gap between America and the rest of the world is widening. It's not shrinking, it's widening. America's economy is growing faster. America's military is becoming more powerful. America's influence when it comes to technology and culture around the world is increasing. So America is moving in the right direction. And yeah, so and I support that, and I'm glad, and I'm appreciative of America. Even if I criticize America sometimes, I also try to remind myself how grateful we are that America is the country that is the world superpower right now.
Yeah, I think you mistook me for an American hater. I'm not. I'm a realist.
No, no, I didn't. I
Um,
was pointing. No, no, no.
yeah,
Just let me just clear.
yeah.
I was trying to respond to everything I hear, not just you. So I wasn't
I'm not
stating
a, I'm
you
not
were
a
an American.
American. I'm not patriotic like Jeffrey. Look, I'm sure he is, and he deserves to be. But what I'm saying is that, I mean, for example, I just don't think it's a good idea to be relying on the United States. I mean, have a look at the Kurds in Syria. I mean, America will always do what is in its best interest. It's not that powerful that it cannot do and be ruthless and do what is in its best interest. And when I was talking about America going the wrong direction, I had my eyes on what's happening in the American universities that have been taken over by their enemies, and what's happening to the views of the young people. Maybe they'll grow out of it, maybe they won't. But the America's what people like Jeffrey thinks good is not what the young people coming through the universities and
I
how
need
they the
to,
way they're going.
Jeremy. I need to respond to what you're saying, but then I need to move on. Okay, first of all, the Kurdish separatists shouldn't be supported anyway. So good job, America, in stopping to and stop and not supporting them anymore. Also, America working in its best interest is why America is great. America should be doing what's in the best. That's not a bug. That's a feature. We want America to be working. America benefits the rest of the world because it focuses on its own best interests, and we don't want America to become like if America all of a sudden decides to like, oh, I'm going to basically save the rest of the world and I'm going to actually look at all the world's best interests, that actually would be bad for the rest of the world. Sometimes you think like if you actually try to help people that's best for people, it's not the case. It's basically the same as focusing on America is more beneficial to the rest of the world than an America focusing and trying to save the rest of the planet, right? Because American values are superior. And if America makes America bigger, the rest of the world will benefit from it regardless. It's basically the same as a mother, if a plane is going down, a mother has to put the mask on them. They have to prioritize saving themselves before they save their children, right? So America should take care of America more than they take care of the rest of the world. That's what we expect from every single state out there. Last thing regarding the universities, oh, look at the universities. People believe in the wrong ideas. I mean, America has gone through worse. America, look at the McCarthyism. That was a horrible episode that we had in America. America survived that. Look at America. You could be America betrayed its own values when they had Japanese, camps. Like they basically locked up the Japanese without just because that seemed like a dark moment. Like, but we came at all of that. Again, these are temporary for me because the foundations of America are very solid. These are just temporary setbacks, but America, on average, long term, if you zoom out, it's in the wrong direction. And I think what you're saying in American universities is just one of the other temporary setbacks that we have. So many of those in America's history, and America survived every single one of those, and it will continue to survive them. All right, so we need to move on. Who is next, Danny?
Next, I have Eric Davis.
Guys, really short. Sorry, I need to go like in 10 minutes or so. And I mean, I should have gone now, but I should have left 10 minutes
Uh,
ago. But okay, if they're not answering, let's go to the move to the next.
okay, next, Alich Ameni left some questions in chat. Or not questions, but okay, I'll read it. First, he says that Petito's face is visible, and he sent me a link on school. I'll send it to you too. It's a link to a 3-hour live stream, and I couldn't find exactly where it was, but
I
hold on,
removed
PDF
that.
from you.
Okay. Send that
Oh,
to me.
check
I
out
will check it.
yeah, yeah.
I will check. Okay.
Okay. Second, um, he says when Goldie was describing her mom at the rally, she said she's. Oh, sorry. Regarding the first, also
Let's
check for Goldie stream. Okay.
okay.
Second.
Let's just move to question. Let's just go to questions and people who can open their mics. Okay, because I'm running out of time.
Okay. Then I'll just go quickly. He was concerned about Goldie's mom being found, and
Okay, guys. Goldie knows
he
what to
says.
do. Let's just go to the questions.
Yeah.
Goldie knows what to do with her security. So let's just move on from this. Let's go
Okay,
to the
and he
next
also
person.
says that Asvan has lots of connections with Iran. Okay. Next person we have Sam.
Okay, let's like I'm seriously running out of time. Like and
Okay.
I want to respond to the other people here. Yeah. Okay.
Just like a couple of minutes each, please. Sammy.
Sammy, just really
Yeah,
quick, like really
yeah.
quick, 30 seconds.
Amin, I just wanted to ask you about the military aspect of the mullah regime. What do you think would be the case scenario if Khomeini or the mullah regime chief Ayatollah is removed? What do you think would be the result of the mullah regime's military wing?
Okay, so the IRGC needs to be. We're going to quickly respond to this. So, if the Islamic Republic falls, the IRGC needs to be removed, and the people from the IRGC who don't have their blood in their hand, they need to be recruited within the Artesh. So we have two military units in Iran, the Artesh and the IRGC. We need to get rid of the IRGC, and all of our military force needs to go under the Artesh. The leaders of IRGC and the Artesh, both of them will be tried for their crimes against the Iranian people within the IRGC. Anybody that could be proven was involved in killing the Iranian people, they should also be, they should also be, have their day in court and then go to jail. But then all the other ones need to be, everyone left, and all the new people that we will be recruiting will be under one army ish. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so let's next person.
I have Jeffrey. Jeffrey, did you want to say something?
Okay, Jeffrey. Okay, so Jeffrey's saying move on.
Okay.
Real
And
quick,
then
I have one
Samantha just
question for
recently.
you. Wait, one
Okay.
question. So, Armin, as you know, Israel released its target list of who they're going to hit. And you know who's number one on that list? As Tulsi reported, it's someone with a very long beard.
Okay,
Right.
well, fantastic. That's good to know. All right, I'm gonna
Right.
have to look into that. Okay, next.
Last, Samantha just raised her hand, and that's it.
I saw Richard as well. Samantha and then Richard. Samantha.
I must have missed Richard.
Like, I don't know how to say this, but the idea of monopolies scare me. So, like, even if America's better than, other countries, it would have to be, like, it can't just be a little bit, it has to be way better for it to, like, be better for America to have a power monopoly than, like, America with a power monopoly would, like, maybe be the strongest country, but, like, another country be a very close second in terms of power. Understand, like, I don't see why America it's better to have America as, like, a clear power leader as opposed to, like, maybe, like, America be kinda like top power leader, but China be a very close second.
Yeah. So I mean, here's the thing. I like having China as a competition because you grow with competition, and I like America winning against China. But it's also good to have competition because America without competition wouldn't be growing this much. It's competition that helps you grow, right? However, when it comes to America being like when I want America to win against China, even though I appreciate the competition, we are dealing with what we have, not what we want. Like, would I want to have two countries like America being this great and helping each other? Yeah, of course, that would be ideal. That would be better, right? I hope India, for example, grows, and keeps being on United States side, and like tries to help the balance towards United States, for example. Hopefully, like in 50 years, maybe we could have India participating more on America's side, more like, I mean, it does already, but I'm just saying, like, as a like military superpower, maybe one day. I don't know. I can't predict the future in 50 years, but I'm just saying, like, we deal with what we have, not what we want. I would prefer if we had more countries with American values as big of America. With, I mean, who else would prefer that? America. Do you think Americans like spending, being the only ones who are spending money on global security? Well, who else is there to do this? There is nobody. Like, if there was, that, yeah, that would be ideal, right? So hopefully more countries would abide by the values that made America this big and this powerful, and those countries would be perfect allies to the United States. Like, if a country like America would love it if it had a strong, powerful ally with similar values. I mean, but they would become natural allies, right? America would have wished that Europe was spending more on their military. Like, America would prefer Europe to be a bigger military power so that they could contribute to world security and securing international trade so American taxpayers don't have to foot the bill mostly by themselves. So yeah, what you're describing is more ideal, but we don't have that. Like, which country on the planet could contribute to global security right now a fraction of the level that America is right now? Do we have
Is
that? We
China
don't have
really
that.
that much worse than America?
Oh my god, yeah.
They are pretty bad.
When it
Like I know a Chinese American friend, he recently went to China. Sorry to interrupt. And he says that there's still a lot of poverty, even with the flashy cities that they have.
no,
Right.
I'm not talking about poverty. I'm talking about standing for shit values, right? Like
Oh, sorry.
you,
Sorry.
yeah. I mean, poverty is a natural result of that, right? But yeah.
I
So
thought you
just,
would have to go.
Samantha, we will talk about this more, and I will tell you what the CCP stands for. It's horrible. It's like stuff of nightmares, right? So at some point we will talk about that.
Richard,
So
really quickly, or
Richard and Arya. Richard very quickly, and then Arya very quickly.
Yeah, Armin, I had some commentary on what you said, but it's more of a comment than a question. So, in the interest of time, I'm willing to pass if somebody else wants to ask a question.
Oh, okay. Hopefully, I get to hear you tomorrow because I really enjoy listening to you. Okay, Arya.
All right, you hear me?
Quick.
So there's a guy that follows your stream. He said that last night you were explaining that the hardliners of Islamic Republic are actually to our benefit because they are showing the Islamic regime for what it really is. And his question is, what he wants to know is your opinion, Armin, on once we get rid of the Islamic Republic fully and have our referendum and our votes for a new government, what should we do regarding these pro-Islam hardliners?
Pro-Islam hardliners, like okay. So first of all, they shouldn't be allowed to force their religion on anybody else. That's obvious, right? But we're not going to be going and hunting them down unless we have proof that they killed people or they tortured people or they have anything to do with oppressing or the crimes that the Islamic Republic committed. Okay, but I believe, and I believe also Prince Reza Pahlavi believes this, that we're not going to go hunt people down for having shitty ideas. We might like ridicule them, we might make fun of them, we might create content against them, we might humiliate their shit ideas, but we are going to have freedom of religion. We're going to allow them to even talk about their shit ideas. Maybe we actually encourage that because that will give us more material to ridicule. But we're not going to be forcing our way. We're not going to let them force their way on us, but we're not going to be forcing our way on them. We're just going to allow them to stand for what they believe. And now, finally, they have to compete with our values. And it's actually very easy to defeat them because they're, as like we don't need to actually hunt these people down physically because we want to show that in a fair battlefield of ideas we will crush these people. Like we don't need to use force to basically destroy what these people stand for. The only reason why these people's values survive is because we weren't able to fight them against them fairly. We want them to be able to, now that we have a fair society where we could secure our safety and even their safety. That's now when we could see who's who has the upper hand if this battle of ideas were being fought fairly. So we don't want to miss that opportunity to demonstrate that. So we're going to have freedom of religion, we're going to have the freedom of ideas and freedom of expression, and we have to allow these people to express their bullshit as long as they don't do it as part of the government.